Oh, it's winter time, and you know what that means? It's vitamin D time. In the winter, vitamin D. That's the show today. Hey, I'm DJ Anthony. How you doing? Don't forget, always check with the healthcare professionals. I don't know shit. Okay. Uh, Matter of fact, don't even listen to me. Just forget the show. Forget the show. No, but seriously, how are you doing today? I'm checking in with you. How you doing? So vitamin D. You know, it's funny. I was talking to a friend of mine, and she said, "You need to do a show on vitamin D." I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. I probably already did a show on vitamin D, but I don't even remember because we got hundreds of shows. But it is apropos because this time of year is cold and flu season, and vitamin D is a very important component of staying healthy. Not only is it good for your skin and your hair and your nails and your muscles, but it's good for your immune system. Now, vitamin D is a little tricky, so let's get into what vitamin D is. Okay, vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin. Okay, that has long been known to again help in aiding our immune system, muscles, etc. Now, vitamin D helps absorb calcium, so you need both kind of. I'm not, you really, if you're taking calcium, it won't work as well without the vitamin D. So you need vitamin D and calcium together. It synthesizes the calcium and helps you absorb calcium. Now, here's the tricky part. It is fat soluble versus water soluble. So those are the two types of uh, components or supplements or vitamins. It's either going to be fat soluble or water soluble. So, for instance, vitamin C, water soluble. Vitamin D, fat soluble. So, what does that mean? In short, water soluble means you're going to piss it out. It's absorbed and let go from your body via your body's water mass, or you're gonna pee it out essentially. Fat soluble stays in the body longer because it gets stored in the fat or certain organs, so it hangs around longer. Now that might be good, it might be bad. However, it's probably easier to overdose on fat soluble vitamins or supplements like vitamin D. So you have to be careful. You got to be careful no matter what, because this is not candy. No matter what vitamin is, no matter what vitamin or supplement you're taking, check with your pharmacist, check with the healthcare professional, because this is not, it's not air. These are supplements and vitamins that they're there to help you, but they can hurt you if you don't know what you're doing. And you take too much. But that's a fat soluble. So fat soluble lingers in the body longer because it's stored in the fat. And so it cycles through a little slower. Okay, that's fat soluble versus water soluble. Now, vitamin D, the gold standard is the sun, believe it or not. I think that might be the only vitamin that we can get from the sun. So it's pretty cool. That is the gold standard, the platinum standard is to get vitamin D from the sun. That's the best. It's better than food, better than vitamins, better than supplements. The sun. Now, here's the tricky part. You don't want to be in the sun too long because then you get sunburn now and it becomes carcinogenic. So, here's the other tricky thing. If you're wearing sunblock, you're not getting vitamin D. So, what you should do is in the warmer months, if you can, or, go out for 10, 15, 20 minutes without sunblock. Let the body absorb the vitamin D and then put your sunblock on. And again, don't quote me on it. You don't have to do 10, 15, 20 minutes. But you might do half hour, you might do 5 minutes, and you might do it every day, you might do it every other day. You have to be careful because the sun can kill you, literally, can cause skin cancer. But if you're wearing sunblock, you're not absorbing vitamin D. So for, I don't know, you can go look it up, but I would say 15 minutes a day, maybe just get a little bit of sun without sunscreen on. Now, if you're noticing that you're getting sunburn, stop, but you might want to talk to a dermatologist about that one. But for sure, the sunblock is blocking the sun. So you're not going to absorb vitamin D. Now, the next best thing, if you can't, for whatever reason, you don't want to get it from the sun, which is, again, the best way because your body will, synthesize it, would be food. There are foods out there that are very high in vitamin D. Now, by the way, there's vitamin D and there's vitamin D3. So we're going to get into the differences between vitamin D and vitamin D3. And I'm going to look up my notes here, but it was vitamin D2 and vitamin D3. Okay. So But vitamin D, going back to, you can get it through food sources. And I would say it's better to get it through food sources. Well, the sun's the best if you can, the food second, and then supplements, vitamins are third. You really want to try to get it through your foods. So cod liver oil tastes like shit, but it's great. I use it, love it. I wouldn't do cod liver oil all year round. I would just do it in the winter months. And you read the back. It's, by the way, you want to get high quality cod liver oil. You got to do your research on that one. But salmon, swordfish, tuna fish, orange juice fortified with vitamin D. I would stay away from orange juice, to be quite honest, because orange juice is just soda without the fizz. So it's garbage. Yeah, but that's where you can get it. Dairy and plant milks fortified with vitamin D. Sardines, beef liver, egg or egg yolks, basically the egg. Egg is one of the best foods you can eat. And I don't want to hear about cholesterol. Stop. Stop. That's not the show, but eggs are probably the single best food you can eat. But eggs, vitamin D. Fortified cereals, but cereals are trash garbage, so I wouldn't. But it's in there. All right. So now, vitamin D2 or vitamin D3. Vitamin D2 is made or derived from plants. Vitamin D3 is derived and made from animal products. There's a lot of literature out there. I would say it doesn't really matter if you're taking vitamin D2 or vitamin D3. They're both going to do about the same thing for you. Now, how much should you take? So again, it can be toxic, vitamin D. You got to be very careful. But they say it's advised to take vitamin D supplements containing about 4,000 IUs. So, or no more than that per day. So it's advised to not take daily vitamin D supplements containing more than 4,000 IUs. So 4,000 IUs would be the limit. I wouldn't do that. I take much less than that, me personally. But again, check with your pharmacist or doctor or dietitian. So these are not candy, though. That's why you got to be careful. And no vitamin is. I mean, you might say, well, it's natural. It can't hurt me. No, it can hurt you. It can cause a lot of problems in your organs if you're messing with this stuff and taking too much. So more is not better. But I would do the sun first, food second, and then your supplements. And honestly, nothing takes the place of a good, clean way of eating. I don't want to say the D word, diet, but nothing takes the place of eating quality, And if you're doing that, you probably don't even need the vitamin D3. And again, God made over man-made. Supplements are man-made. Our bodies can process the proper amount. It's like a plate or serving of salmon. That's all the vitamin D3 you need for the whole day. You're good. You know what I'm saying? So that gives you an idea. And your body can process that. It's good. It's different when it's in food versus the concentrated form of a supplement. I'm not saying don't take supplements, but anyways, you gotta be careful. So that's basically that. And I'm a fan of vitamin D. And you got to be careful too, I would say, in high dosages, and you should go research this yourself. Don't believe me, but we want to be careful not to increase the odds of calcification of our arteries, because now you're going to have problems with heart disease. You're going to want to be giving yourself heart problems because you don't want to calcify the arteries. That could happen possibly if you're taking too much vitamin D with calcium. Problem. So again, you really have to be very careful because this is not candy. It's not play. So, but I think it's part of a healthy immune system and a diet. And, you might want to get some blood work done. It's very easy to do that nowadays and to check to see where you're at. Most people who live north of the equator or far south of the equator, basically, if you're not living near the equator, you're going to be vitamin D deficient. So that's normal. So you can, again, do things to mitigate that and manage that. So big fan of vitamin D. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. And that's the Vitamin D Show. It's pretty simple, folks. That's it. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Check back in. We hit 200 subscribers. So thank you all. Let's keep on climbing. More great content coming up. DJ Tony, over and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.